Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Exvius Updates, the show that brings you all of the latest information for your favorite application, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global, available to you guys on iOS, Android, as well as Amazon devices. I'm your host, Shaly, and our special guest is back. Please say hello.
Hi, I'm Hiroki. I'm producer of Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global version.
That's right.
Yes.
Last time it was just me. I was very lonely.
Yes.
But I did get a chance to tell everybody, to say hello. It was the first video of the year, and I said, Happy New Year. Hope you guys are well. But you haven't had the chance to do that yet.
Yes.
So now's your chance.
Okay. Happy New Year and Shinnen Kaira. It's a Chinese.
Oh, okay.
Because,
Nice.
Yeah, it's a Chinese.
Chinese New Year.
Yes.
Got it.
So we will continue to make various contents of FFBE. So we hope you look forward to them.
Yes, and this month is February.
Yeah.
It's the month of love. So I have an idea of what we can expect, maybe.
Yes, Valentine
Valentine.
in February, right? So we have an exciting event and unit for Valentine. So I think it's very cool.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
very, very cute,
Yes.
and I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, Alex, on to you.
Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm Alex, and yes, just like Hiroki, it's my first time this year.
I know, you
So-
guys left me all alone.
I know, I'm
last
really
time.
sorry
I
about
was
that.
struggling, I was all like stumbling all over my words, but
No, I'm sure you did.
I forgive you.
did a
I
good
forgive you.
job. And anyways, I'm back again today with the latest information from the development team, and I'm here ready to share it with you.
That's right, and we have a Valentine's event coming up, so can you give us more information about that?
Valentine's event? No one
Yes.
told me about that.
Well, guess what is happening?
It's
It's happening.
It's happening. Yes, the Valentine's Day event is happening, the Valentine 2020 event, and the title is actually going to be No Bed of Roses, and it's going to be a global raid event. And so, as usual, you'll be able to collect raid currency by defeating the raid boss, which you can then use to pull the raid box summons and get your hands on some cool rewards as you do so. You'll also be able to get some raid points as you defeat the raid boss, and as you pass certain raid point thresholds, you'll be able to get your hands on some more sweet loot, such as some summon tickets, trust moogles, enlightenment keys, pots, and many more other kinds of cool things. You'll also, as usual, be able to use the materials that you get through the event to make event limited equipment. One of which is going to be red petals. Which red petals, it's an accessory, but you can upgrade it, and I think after you upgrade it twice,
Yes.
you'll end up with a bouquet of roses. Which I hope it's a bouquet of red roses.
It is. I've seen it. I can
Okay.
guarantee you that it's
'Cause,
red
like,
roses.
If the color changes, that's kind of creepy. So.
Well, nowadays they have like rainbow roses even, so you never know what.
Rainbow roses,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
All these GMOs, but I can guarantee you, is this GMO free?
Yes, yes,
bouquet
yes.
of
That one is
roses?
totally safe. Don't worry about it.
Okay, you can rest assured your bouquet of roses does not have GMOs. But anyways, you'll be able to upgrade it through crafting it with recipes and materials that you get by actually playing the event. That's pretty cool. And this accessory, the bouquet of roses, is going to grant you plus 10 defense and spirit, as well as plus 25 attack and magic. It'll also enable auto refresh, which lets you recover 5% MP per turn, as well as enable high power, which will increase your LB gauge by 2 per turn. Just as well, through this event, you'll be able to get your hands on some cool abilities. The first of which is going to be Love is Vital, which you see with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, we're also instilling some good family values.
Yes,
Love is vital, guys.
it sure is.
And so this ability will grant you plus 20% HP, plus 40% MP, as well as plus 10% fire, water, and light resistance. Now, unfortunately, this will be unstackable, but those are some good stats to get if you can get your hands on this item. Last but not least, Love is Magical. Is going to be our second ability here, which will grant you plus 20% magic and spirit, as well as increase your MP by 20% when equipped with a robe.
All right, it is now time to introduce our new Valentine's unit for this year. We have a total of 4, and they're all very interesting. There are 2 that are actually original to the global version, so we're going to introduce those first. And the first one is going to be Siegfried and Ignacio. They are now a duo. They look so cute together. I wish you could see the sprite right now. It is absolutely adorable. So Siegfried and Ignacio are going to be a very strong physical finisher, both with their abilities and their LB. They're going to have also the ability to cover your allies from damage. Yep. And they will also have the ability to grant somebody else the power to cover your allies from their ability. So if you don't want to be the one like taking all that damage, you can assign somebody else to take the damage for you, and then the whole party still benefits from all that damage mitigation, which is great. And of course, since Siegfried is Veritas of the Earth, and Ignacio is Veritas of the Flame, they both specialize in Earth and Fire type of attacks, which makes total sense. All right, so now their Magnus ability is going to be called Beauty Never Dies, because Siegfried is, all about the beauty, hair flip and all that. So this is going to be 1 use per battle. It's going to enable not in the face, because watch the face, which is going to be enabled for allies all allies except for self. This is going to allow the allies to escape from battle for 1 turn. So this is a pretty rare ability where you're giving all your allies the chance to actually exit the battle and then come back 1 turn later to completely shield them from damage, which is really cool.
Self-snort.
Yes, exactly. It's also going to reduce general damage taken by 50% for 1 turn and physical damage taken by 50% for 1 turn for caster. It's going to automatically revive and fully restore the caster 1 time. And so, this is a very, very valuable Magnus ability. You guys should be definitely looking out for this. I think this is absolutely great. On to some more featured abilities here. First one is called Striking Good Looks. 1 use every 5 turns. You boost attack and defense for caster by 300% for 3 turns, and then 150% for 5 turns. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but deal partial and mitigated damage at a 5 times multiplier with 50% ignore defense to all enemies, so this is AoE, and it will enable Fiery Passion and Just a Crush for 2 turns for the caster. Now, Fiery Passion is an ability that's going to imbue fire element on the caster and 1 ally, but also deal fire damage, while Just a Crush is the exact same thing, but instead of fire, it's earth. So you guys get, to switch from those 2 elements.
Are we sure it's just a crush, though?
Yes, it's just a crush. Because, earth damage, it crushes you, you get it?
Yeah.
We got the puns here, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, the next one is a very, very special ability. It's a cooldown. It's called Gigantic Hug, because, Ignacio is gigantic and he's just... Yeah. But he's a gigantic teddy bear. He just wants to love you. So this is going to be used once every 7 turns. It's going to deal critical damage at an 80 times multiplier to 1 enemy. It'll also fill your LB gauge to max and boost LB damage by 220%. So that is absolutely huge. That's going to boost only for caster, though, on the next turn. And it will only activate once, 1 time, regardless of whether you're dual wielding or not. So this is the ability that you want to cast before you are trying to finish with your limit burst. Now, what is the limit burst? It's going to be called Charming Duo, and it's going to be a deal partial and mitigated damage at a 12 times multiplier, with the 50% ignored defense. Yeah. It's going to have 50% chance of charming 1 enemy, and it's also going to reduce general damage taken for all allies by 40% for 3 turns. So this LB is absolutely everything. It has crazy amount of damage. Granted, you are, casting Gigantic Hug before it, and then you do the LB the next turn. It's going to, finish off real nice at the end of that chain. It's also going to charm an enemy. You got a 50% chance, which is actually, pretty good compared to most other abilities that inflict status ailments. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words a little bit. But and it also mitigates damage for your allies. So it has a little bit of everything. I think is absolutely wonderful. Cannot wait for this unit to come out. The Trustmaster rewards and Super Trustmaster rewards are the ones that you guys can see on screen. So make sure that you are taking a good look at those, especially their stats and stuff, because they're really good. But now we're going to move on to our other original unit for Valentine's this year, Global Original. And this time is going to be the pair of Sakura and Ayaka. Now, we all know Sakura is Ayaka's teacher. They are very close together. And for some reason, this time around, they are dressed up as cheerleaders. So they're just like with their pom-poms, like, yeah. So it's really cute. But it's a little bit out of character, but I still enjoy it. It's fun to see them. Yeah, yes, of course. And Sakura and Ayaka are going to be a healer that also has great buffing capabilities. They're also going to be able to do magic chains with spirit scaling damage. And their kit is going to be lightning and light focused with bolting strike chain family abilities. Which makes sense because Sakura usually deals both light and lightning damage, and Ayaka is a white mage, so she's got the healing portion of it all down. Now they also get a Magnus ability. It's going to be called Healing Blossoms, and you can use it 3 times per battle. It's going to gradually restore HP for all allies, so 2,000 HP times 8. It's going to be split over 3 turns, but that's not going to affect self. It's just for your allies, so except self, and it's going to automatically revive and fully restore all allies 1 time. And this will last for 2 turns. So pretty cool there. Now her featured abilities are Kawaii Smile. Kawaii Smile. This is one use every 6 turns. And I don't think there's anybody out there who doesn't know what kawaii means, but it means cute in Japanese, just in case.
Do you have your Kawaii Smile?
I don't think my smile is kawaii. I just have a smile. It's just kind of like, yeah. I wouldn't say it's kawaii, but
Didn't acquire that ability yet.
Not yet, just yet. I have to learn it when I become 7-star one day. One use every 6 turns.
Goals.
Restore HP is going to be a 10,000 restore, and MP by 100 for all allies except self. And it's going to boost attack, defense, magic, and spirit by 150% for 3 turns, which is pretty good. It's also going to reduce damage taken, I believe this is general damage, by 30% for 3 turns, and it will boost LB damage by 30% for all allies for 4 turns as well. All right, another one of their abilities is called Electrifying Touch. You can use this one every 2 turns. It's going to reduce spirit by 74% for 1 turn. So a little bit of debuff there. That's really nice to have, stored away. And the lightning resistance by 100% for 1 turn for 1 enemy. And then it's going to boost spirit for caster by 200% for 2 turns. Deal lightning magic damage 2 times at a 5 times multiplier with spirit scaling. The first hit, and then the second hit, it's a 30 times multiplier with spirit scaling. And then that's also to 1 enemy, and this is all going to be in bolting strike frames. So make sure that you are bringing a bolting strike friendly unit in your party if you're trying to chain with Sakura and Ayaka. That way you can, chain them both, and then maybe finish with Sicard and Ignacio, and then it's going to look absolutely beautiful on screen.
Sounds good.
All right, and then again, the Trust Master rewards, the Super Trust Master rewards are what you guys can see on screen. Make sure you take a good look and see how amazing those are. But I should mention that the Super Trust Master does have 2 passive abilities attached. The first one is Love is in the Air. It's going to boost Spirit by 50% and fill own LB gauge every turn by 3 crystals. And then it also has Null Death, which nullifies instant KOs. And I think we've had kind of like an increase on bosses that deal like instant kill damage because of the serious bosses that we've been adding to the game. So, this could come in handy. Make sure that you make a note of that in case you need it in the future. Now onto the Valentine's units that we have seen on the Japanese version. The first one is Sweet Luca. She is an amazing buffer. She also has some elemental debuffs. She specializes in water, wind, and light damage. Well, not damage, imbues, sorry. My mistake. And then she can double cast abilities as well. So the first ability we have here is called Water Whip, and deal water damage at a 2.8 times multiplier to 1 enemy. It will fill your own LB gauge by 4 to 5 crystals, and it will boost water resistance by 80% for 3 turns for all allies. And this is Chaos Wave frame rate. So she does deal some damage, but she doesn't specialize into damage. She specializes more in imbuing these elements. To other abilities. So the next one here is Meltdown, Water and Light. It's going to reduce water and light resistance by 100%. So that's 100% debuff right there, which is great for 1 enemy. And it will reduce magic taken by 30% by all allies for 5 turns. So as you are debuffing an enemy to become weak against like a particular element, you're also buffing your own party against magic damage. So that's absolutely great. It's really good, very flexible there. And then her absolutely crazy ability that she has called Gorgeous Chocolate a la Mode. The first disclaimer that I have to give is that this is not an innate ability you can cast at any time. This ability is actually enabled through another ability that has a 50% chance only to enable it. So, every time that you're trying to unlock Gorgeous Chocolate a la Mode, you only have a 50% chance of doing that. So good luck to you every single time. But if you do manage to unlock it and you cast it in battle, this is what it's going to do for you. It's going to boost attack, defense, magic, and spirit by 200%. That is huge. 200% for 3 turns. It's going to reduce damage taken by 30% for 3 turns. And activate a barrier that is 3,000 HP for 3 turns for all your allies. So all your allies are going to get 200% boost. All your allies are going to get 30% damage mitigation, and also a 3,000 HP barrier. So this is like top notch. All right, her Trust Master and Super Trust Master are on screen for you guys, so make sure that you check that information there for further details. We're moving on to Sweet Nickel now, Luca's big brother. He is going to get a global upgrade. We love global upgrades. So he is going to get a global upgrade in the way that he is going to just deal higher damage in general, but all of his abilities that are chainable are going to be chainable in the Chaos Wave Awakened chain frame. So you have a lot of options at this point, I believe, for Chaos Wave Awakened chains. So make sure that you are bringing somebody who can chain with them if you want to take advantage of his damage there. He will specialize in magic attacks, which are mostly based on ice and water elements. And he can also triple cast abilities in his 7-star evolution if you have his either Trust Master or Super Trust Master equipped. But he does have some cooldown abilities that if you cast, it allows him to quadruple cast abilities. So you can cast as many as 4 abilities in 1 turn, which is absolutely crazy, always very welcome. Just watch out for the MP usage there, And the featured abilities for Nickel go as follows. The first one is Melting Heart. It's going to deal partial and mitigated water magic damage at a 3 times multiplier. The Ignore Spirit is 50%, of course. And this is going to be Chaos Wave Awakened chain frames. The next one is Blue Harmony. Deal partial and mitigated ice and water magic damage at a 2.1 multiplier with 50% Ignore Spirit to 1 enemy. It will restore about 30 MP for all allies and boost damage at a 1.5 times multiplier of certain abilities that are in his kit. So make sure that you're looking out for those. And then the last one here is Love Tactics, which you can use once every 5 turns. And it's going to reduce ice and water resistance by 100% for 4 turns for all enemies. And this is what is going to enable quadruple surprise for 4 turns, which I am pretty sure that's the ability that will allow you to cast 4 abilities in 1 turn. So there you have it. Nickel there, also a precious Valentine's gift for everyone, for the world, if you would. And his Trust Master and Super Trust Master information is on the screen there for you guys, so you can check it out there. But I believe that is the end of the introduction. I'm sorry, I always keep going and rambling and trying to introduce all of these units to you guys. But hopefully all this information helps, and hopefully you are all excited for this Valentine's Day to come, because so many amazing units are coming to FFBE Global.
Okay, and just so you can get your hands on all of these cool new units joining Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Global, we are going to be having step-up summons once again. The first being for Sakura and Ayaka and Sieghard and Ignacio. It's going to be a 5-step up to 4 loops that you'll be able to do it. And the whole time, right, the 5-star drop rate will be increased to 7%.
Nice.
So that's always good to have. And you are guaranteed 1 5-star, either, Sakura and Ayaka or Sieghard and Ignacio on step 5 of the loop. So, you can get it up to 4 times, guaranteed. But not only that, you'll also be collecting PU tickets. I believe you get 3 every loop.
Yes.
Right? And once you collect 4 pickup tickets, you'll be able to pull a special summon that is guaranteed to get you a 5-star unit with a 20% chance of the unit being Sakura and Ayaka or Sieghard and Ignacio. So just that much more chance for you to get your hands on them. And then we will also be running another step-up summon, this time for Sweet Nicole and Sweet Luca. And basically it's going to be the
absolutely love the step up summon because the 5-star drop rate is at 7%, plus we get a guaranteed unit on step 5.
Yeah.
Sounds really, really nice. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of that so you can get your hands on these wonderful, super kawaii Valentine's units. All right, and for all of those players who love a challenge, it is time to introduce our new trial bosses for the month of love, for the month of February. We're going to have a series boss battle for FF4 with Zeromus as the boss. Now, he's going to be available after maintenance on the 13th of February. If you bring FF4 units with you, of course, they're going to get 100% status boost, to all their parameters. So it might come in handy if you're bringing in a tank, or if you want that little bit of extra damage to really just kind of like get it done as fast as possible. Yeah. Our next trial boss is going to be in the Chamber of the Indignant. It's going to be the Scorn of the Demon Wall, and we'll introduce the reward first, which is Asura's Rod, FFBE. This is, of course, a rod, as it is in the name. It's going to give you an attack plus 12, magic plus 174, which is really, really, really nice. And it's going to enable Dragon Slayer Arts, which is going to boost magical damage against dragon monsters by 75%. So that's very nice there. Now, the way that this boss is going to work is that however much damage you're outputting with your party, like as a group, is going to be very important. And the monster is going to draw closer and closer to you, and as it does that, the attacks are going to become even more powerful. So you're going to be struggling a little bit. So perhaps you bring Gravity or Graviga to make things a little bit easier for you. Just a hint there. But be careful about status ailments because he does petrify. He also has insta-kill. So you want to make sure that you have as much protection from that as possible so that you don't have to waste a turn de-petrifying someone. Make sure, as always, this is it goes unsaid, but make sure you're debuffing and also buffing your party, but also bring Earth Elemental resistance for your party because this monster is going to be attacking you with lots of Earth damage, so you want to guard against that. Yeah, but that's it. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are up for the challenge and excited for some new content, and good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck. Okay, and just as well, we also have the next batch of ability awakenings and a new latent ability being added into Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. This time, your girl Olive is going to be the one receiving the new latent ability, so congratulations, Olive!
Yay!
Yay! And for the ability awakenings, you're gonna have Tifa, the guy who's very jacked.
Nice one.
Brannis. They will all be receiving new ability awakenings, so look forward to that.
All right, guys, it is time to end our show. We shared a bunch of new and exciting information here today, but do we have anything else?
Yes. Is it okay to talk about?
Please do.
Because we have something special to announce. So first, we have a cool campaign in Valentine.
Yes, indeed. We have lots of cool things set up for you. Valentine's Day presents, if you will. First, we're going to have Sweet Sentiments rewards, which is basically you're going to be able to claim Sweet Sentiments 5+1 summon ticket and Venus chocolate in your present box during the period you see here on the screen. And you'll be able to use that to summon from the Sweet Sentiments 5+1 ticket summon. Now, on top of that, on top of the 5+1 summon units you'll be getting, you'll also get a bonus from the following. You'll either get an EX 5-star summon ticket, a premium 10+1 summon ticket, or King Pots, so you can keep your characters nice and healthy and strong.
Yes.
You'll also be able to get your hands on more of these 5+1 summon tickets through the daily login bonus, so make sure you're logging in every day because not only will you be able to get those Sweet Sentiments 5+1 summon tickets, you'll also be able to get your hands on a ton of other cool rewards. So get excited. And there's one more too, because we have so many.
It doesn't stop. There's so much love, during Valentine's Day.
So much free stuff. How can, who doesn't like free stuff? We're gonna have Glamorous Gem rewards, which you'll be able to claim the following gifts during, again, these days. From your present box, you'll be able to get your hands on some Lapis, some 5-star Trust Moogles, all 10%, and then even more king pots. So get excited for that. It's going to be one heck of a Valentine's.
For sure, yeah, so much free stuff. We should mention that in the login bonus there is quite a few like good things like stored away. There's a 5-star summon select ticket. I know that you guys are big fans of those because I know that I am as well. There's also at least one 5-star guaranteed EX ticket in there and a 10+1 summon ticket. So it's a really good Valentine's. Like we're spreading the love. We're just like, we cannot tell you how much it is that we appreciate you. So all of this is for you. We hope you enjoy.
So, we also have a big surprise.
Yes.
Sadikap.
Halo semuanya.
Do you know? So, we will support the Thai and Indonesian language from this spring. Yeah.
Yes, our FFBE Global is turning even more global than before because now parts of the game will be available both in Thai language and in Indonesian language, which is very, very exciting.
Yeah, so this spring you'll be able to make even more friends from all over the world in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius.
So we are now able to let more people enjoy FFBE. Then we hope to play in Thailand and Indonesia. Enjoy FFBE.
Yes, and all of our new global players that might be joining, we hope to see you stopping by our show and getting your information here first. We love seeing your faces and sharing with you guys everything that it is, that involves FFBE. So we're looking very much forward to having you around, and we cannot wait to see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.